What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is the final episode of the John boat build. I ordered a seat for like a casting seat, like a little tiny one, and I ordered a fuel tank, which is going to be here in hopefully a couple minutes. I'm really excited. All we have left is we got our seat brackets, we got our seat, the seat itself, and the fuel tank's on its way. And then I got to pick up a battery for it and wire up the I got to mount the trolling motor. Sorry, forgot about that. And then I got to wire up once I figure out where the trolling motor is going to be, I'm going to bolt down the foot pedal so it'll be nice and comfortable for the seat. And then I'll mount the battery in here on this side of the boat, because the fuel tank is going to be on that side of the boat, in that corner where all the coiled up wires are. And then I have my transducer back there, which that bar is made to have a transducer, so you don't have to drill into your hull. You can just set it down in the water. I don't know how I feel about that. I might mount a transducer. Let's go around here so you guys can see everything. I might mount a sacrificial piece on the corner of the hull here and mount a transducer to it, just because this thing doesn't work very well. And I picked this up at a garage sale. I don't really like it, and it has some random transducer on there, which I'm assuming is not going to hook up to the Garmin that I'm buying. Which the Garmin is not going to be included in the price of the boat project, because I'm not going to buy that right away, because they're kind of expensive. And it would skyrocket this boat project, and you don't need a fish finder to fish. You can just go fish around docks or watch the water. I mean, you don't have to have a fish finder. Does it make it a lot easier? Yes. Yes, it does. I want one. But I'm not buying one because I'm not spending $200 on it right now. I got other things I need to spend $200 on. Okay, first things first. I kind of messed up. This seat situation was an afterthought. So I'm considering mounting this off to the side, like so. But then it would make it really uneven, and I don't want to do that. I have this bar in the way to mount it in the center. I screwed up. I should have done... This wasn't a big deal originally, but then I decided I wanted to put that in. So I can't mount it upside down, and I can't mount it flush. So I decided I'm just going to mount it directly in the middle. Actually, I'm going to mount it like that, but I'm going to mount it directly in the middle, sticking straight up, and whenever the seat is not in use, so when I'm not fishing off of it, there's an extension pole for this. I am going to take the extension pole out and just set the seat in there. Now, this is a nice tight fit, so even going down the road, it's not going to fly out. But yeah, that's the plan, is the seat's going to be in there, so I won't miss it, because I'm going to tell you why I'll miss it in a second. So I won't miss it. It'll have this big giant thing on it, so I'll see it and won't not think about it, if that makes any sense. But anyway, the reason I'm not going to see it is because it's getting painted. Because I did not do all of this work making this boat look pretty and nice to have a rusty seat mount on there. So I'm going to grind it down, get all the rust off of, well, most of the rust off of it, prime it, and paint it black. Maybe I should paint it the same color as the interior. I mean, I could try it, and if it doesn't look good, I'll just paint it black. Oh no, there's another layer of paint on it. Alright, y'all, we're on the ground. We are on the ground. I don't feel like getting all this nasty crap all over my nice new motorcycle. I don't feel like getting all this nasty crap all over my freshly refurbished boat. Look at that. Not perfect, but it's a lot better. This is just a... Oh, I don't even know what you would call this. This is something you would find for like automotive work, for body work. It's made to grind like Bondo and rust. I believe even some companies call them a rust buster. But they're super nice wheels because they don't eat metal. They won't eat it, they'll just clean it. You would have to use this entire wheel to make an indent in this in a piece of steel. Yeah. Now we can paint it. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna prime it, then we're gonna throw some of the same color that the inside of the boat's on it and see how that looks. If it looks like crap, we're gonna paint it black. Alright, let that dry. Alright, while that's drying, we can get the actual motor head of our trolling motor mounted. And unfortunately, the only way I can think to do it is stack up. These are just here, so I know how many boards I need. But unfortunately, the only way I think I can do it is stack up boards. Don't want to do that. They're going to run full length of this, so it doesn't look terribly like crap. But I think that's the only way I can do it, because I don't want to build a whole front deck and close off the front of it. I am kind of going for looks, just a smidge. But let's get our boards cut out and we'll stack them up, and if it doesn't look good, then we'll rethink the plan. Yeah, absolutely not. Nope. That looks like utter garbage. I mean, yeah, everything that was like everything else on this boat that was like designed intentionally and is gonna look great, and then that. No. Not gonna happen. And I don't have enough boards to... I had to cut one in half. That was the only scrap piece I had left. Gotta figure out a different plan, because that ain't working. Alright, I don't know what to do with that as of right now. So I'm gonna mount my seat, or my seat bracket, onto my seat. You guys, this was $23 on Amazon. This seat didn't come with a bracket, but the seat, I mean, that's cheap. That's real cheap. I hope it works. And it works good. Because an equivalent to this, like, I've been looking in stores and all kinds of stuff. Like Bass Pro wants ridiculous. It's like $75 for one of these. That's like the cheapest one they have. And like my local stores around here that sell boat stuff is like $45. So hopefully the $23 one does me good. Once we get that bracket mounted, we'll be able to tell, which that should be done curing at this point. So we're gonna go out there and check it. Yeah, it's dry. See if I can do this and hold the camera. And by do this and hold the camera, I mean focus on filming and not like pan away or something stupid. Oh no, there must have been oil or something on that matting. It's coming through. That's okay, you're not going to see this side. That side's going to be bolted down to the floor. I just wanted to paint it for protection purposes. Okay, so the more I look at it, I trimmed the boards so they're flush, but the more I look at it, the more I don't hate it. Is that bad? I feel like that's bad. I feel like it looks bad. And I'm just itching to get this out. I don't know. I might put them on there, might paint them black, and put them on there. I think we're going to paint them black and call it that. Or call it good. Strictly for the fact of I want this boat to be on the water. Tired of it sitting in the garage. I want to put it on the water. It's registered. It's insured, or not insured. You don't have to have it insured where I'm at. But it's registered. Stickers are on the way. I don't know. On a different note. That's dry. I like it. I like the white. Or cream. So, I'm mounting it. And it's literally just going to be screwing it down. I know these are meant to be mounted flush. But I don't have that option. Because I wasn't planning on putting it on. Alright. There is a board underneath this. So the centers are going to be hitting another board. 2 boards. The outsides is just going to be just the deck board. But that's 3/4 inch plywood. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah. That's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Alright, I have 2 of these extension poles. They're a little broken. I've had these for like ever. Extension pole. They don't really, them being broken doesn't really affect them because this nylon piece goes down to like the whole length of the shaft. So I'm not that concerned about it. And that's a little tall. Now that I'm looking at it, I might have to get one that's in between those. That is quite tall. Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. Well, then. Well, let's see how bad it is. Oh. Yeah, it's still really tall. If I'm standing... Oh, my head's hitting the ceiling. It's just below my waist. That is really flimsy and not comfortable. Let me set you guys down so you can, somewhere where you can see this madness. This is what happens when you don't think about things before you do them. I mean, it wouldn't be bad fishing position, but that puts, being that long puts too much stress on the wood. I think I need to get one that's like in between both of these. Maybe they'll just try. How short is one? I mean, you're not leaning in it. It's not nearly as flimsy. Foot pedal out here. Or maybe I should mount the foot pedal up closer. I don't know, I'll have to get the trolling motor mounted and figure that out. Dang, that sucks. I really do feel like I need the seat because I don't think the casting deck is going to be as stable as I thought it would be. Because it's a really skinny boat. It's really skinny. It's what, 32 inches wide? It's not very wide. And it's, I know length doesn't give you any stability in the water. which if you didn't know that, a 14-foot boat doesn't mean you're going to be stable. You need to go wider. So like a 14-foot, 32-inch boat is going to be no more stable than a 12-foot boat. I'd really like to get a 1436. I mean, this was my grandpa's, so I won't get rid of it. This could be like a weekend, like just a weekend thing just for me. But I do want to take friends out at some point on the boat. Not on this boat, but on a boat. So I think it would be really cool to have a 1436 that I could build into a mini bass boat. All right. I gotta take a break from this trolling motor. I gotta take a break from the seat. I want to do something exciting. The boat fuel tank is almost here. It's 10 stops away. So we're gonna rig up a bucket of some sort and get that ready. So as soon as it gets here, we can fire this motor up, because I haven't heard this motor run in approximately 2 to 4 years. I can't remember. I'm bad with timelines. But anyway, we're going to hear this motor run. And no, I have not done any preparation to it. I know it ran, and I know it ran good. So I'm going to take the cowling off, make sure there's not like a mouse nest in the throttle or the intake, and that's what we're going to do. That's the choke. That is not the thing's back here. Duh. No, butterfly's clear. How does this choke work? What is this? This isn't the choke. I don't know what this is. This is the choke. So slow speed adjustment. Okay, so it's just fine-tuning for. Is this like a on-the-fly fuel adjustment? Does this adjust the throttle butterfly like super little? I don't know what this does. We're gonna find out when we start it. Well, filling the bucket up didn't take nearly as long as I thought. Boat fuel tank's still not here. I'll see you guys when it gets here. So I'm pretty sure Amazon lied to me. It still says 10 stops away. I've been waiting for an hour. But look what I did in the meantime. Painted. I'm going to gather all this up, put it on the boat, figure out with the trolling motor, I'm going to situate it, just set it there, see how it looks, and then I'll show you guys, and then I'll decide. What do you think? Well, it doesn't much matter, because not gonna lie to you guys, I'm just gonna screw it down. I'm itching to get this thing on the water as soon as possible. I'm gonna screw it down. I don't care. Sorry. It is what it is. It can be redone. When I'm probably gonna end up putting a whole front piece on here. We'll put a little storage hatch in it. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Maybe some tackle storage on the front. It is what it is. I hate to do that though, but it is what it is. It'll get fixed later. So the way we're gonna do this is gonna be a little odd. Just a little. So I'm gonna line it up. piece at a time. And are these long enough? Nope, not long enough. Need different screws. No, I'm gonna screw it in pieces. Am I gonna regret that? Absolutely. 100%. Kind of already regret it now. You know, maybe I can wrap this in something. Like wrap it in some sort of oh, whatchamacallit. God, that Milwaukee. Got a brand new Milwaukee for the house. I think it's powerful. It's a 2.0 battery. It's not nothing crazy. But what was I saying? I don't remember. I'm screwing it in pieces because it's the easiest way to do it. I'm probably going to end up hating it and redoing it. So it doesn't much matter. Oh, don't do that. You're scratching it. Short intermission. Look at these. Stainless, square head, nice and fat, so it'll catch the drum motor. Now, that's in there. Nice stainless fat top screws. I don't know what to call them. They weren't in a package. Right. Completely turned around. There we go. Locked in. Ain't going nowhere. Something arrived. We're back in the garage. You like my knife? It's a Kershaw. I love it. And I've had it for a couple months now. And the coating, like the red, white, and blue is doing great. Obviously the corners are getting a little, the edges are getting a little beat up, but I expect it to be scratched up, and because I use the crap out of knives. I can mess up a knife. Oh my god. What did I order? That's way bigger than I thought it was. Oh no. That might not fit. I did order a kit that came already ready to go with the quick connects. Moment of truth. Oh, it fits like a glove. It fits perfectly. Will it fit this way? It does. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a lot bigger than I thought. What did I order? How big is this? It says 3 gallons. That looks way bigger than 3 gallons. That looks like 4 or 5. So this says it is 3 US gallons. This is what was in the boat originally. And this is 3.3 US gallons. There's a bit of a size difference. That one. That one. Like, you guys can't see it from that angle, but that is up against The transom brace. It's like right on the money. Like perfect. I did realize if I put it this way when the plug's in it, I can't get to the plug. So I'm gonna put it this way. But that is not there. That is way more than 3 gallons. There's no way. We're gonna test that one day. Not today, but we are gonna test that. Here, I'll just show you the difference in size. Like, come on now. That's a bit ridiculous. God, I'm glad that fit, because you can't tell size on pictures, and I'm sure there were dimensions, but I didn't pay attention to that. We have mixed or added fuel, mixed it, spilled copious amounts of gasoline because I couldn't find a funnel. Now, I'm going to connect the fuel line, prime this sucker, and hear this baby run. God, I could put this in the... This is crazy fuel line. I could put this in the front of the boat. Oh my goodness. Oh, is there a boat side? Oh no. It doesn't fit. So, there's a size difference there. They're just a little different, but that's okay, because this part's still good. It was the fuel line that was terrible. I'm gonna have to cut this off, but I can just cut this right here, put a small clamp on it, use the old one. I did make sure the direction of my primer ball was correct. Make sure that feels nice and mixed. Good lord, this is a lot of fuel line. I hear something happening. The primer ball's hard. Choke on. We are in the start position. Give it a couple more primes. Good. Let's try choke open. She's alive. Maybe this thing's off. Oh, come on, baby. You wanna... I know you wanna run. Let's try Dally on that back. It's hot, and then pulling that thing sucked, but she ran. I did not see her pump any water, which sucks. And it's, yeah, it got hot. I don't know if you can see the slight bit of smoke rolling off of this, but it ran. I might have to order an impeller for it. God, I'm so tired. I love the smell of a two-stroke and the sound of it, and just the bum bum, you know, instant torque. Oh, love it. Oh, well, I'm gonna play around with that a little bit more. I think the exhaust comes out in the center of the prop, which is below the water intake. So it might have been just cavitating so bad that it wasn't pumping water. I'm gonna put a bigger bucket underneath of it, try it again, but man, I'm so happy that thing runs. It's raining. It's raining a lot. Why? It's gonna rain all day, the rest of today, which is Saturday. And it's supposed to thunderstorm all day, Sunday. And the water, the river water, is already ripping. It's already flowing like crazy. I can finish the boat build, but I'm not going to be able to get it out this weekend before this video comes out. This is the last video of the series, but there's not going to be the water test. But we are going to finish everything. Now, I'm going to put it in the water after the river calms down, after the rain, because it's supposed to be phenomenal next week. But that'll be its own separate video. It's going to be a fishing video. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I can't control the weather. No water test. Could I put it in the water while it's pouring rain? Yeah. I would just need to put a bilge pump in it, which... A bilge pump is $23 and the plumbing kit's $14. I was just at the store yesterday. So, I mean... I'm probably going to put one of those in it anyway, but I don't know about y'all, but I don't like launching boats in the rain. I've done it. It sucks. It's one thing if it starts raining while you're out there, but to start off in the rain... Yeah. We have... our marine battery. I got it from Runnings, which is just a local like farm and fleet store. It comes with nuts to screw my leads on. I've got trolling motor quick connect, which I also got from Runnings, and some really nice big heat shrink. And then just some miscellaneous connectors and butt connectors and eyelet connectors, and then I have some nice wiring that's actually old jumper cable wiring. Probably heard. What do you think about the chicken coop? It's made out of an old box from a factory. Kegerators actually came in these, but it's an old box from a factory. If you're wondering what the chirping in the video is, it's those little guys. Or girls, we don't know yet. But they're runner ducks. They're gonna be added to the collection of ducks. Anyway, that's the chirping in the video. So, if you hear that, which you will, that's what that is. Alright, we're just gonna get into it. I'm really interested to see what this looks like underneath this. It has wire nuts on it. At least it's not just twisted together. Yeah. Love my grandpa, but I hate that he did stuff like this. Well, we're just going to start with wiring up a trolling motor. We're getting the extension wires on, and then I'll feed them through this little gap in the deck here. And then the battery's gonna sit right about here, underneath this. Just got that crimped on there. When you're using these crimps, if you cannot pull on them without the wires, like pretty good pull on them without the wires coming out, you did it wrong. Redo it, because it'll pull out when you need it the most. Like when you run out of gas on your big motor and you got to troll back to the dock, that'll be when that wire pulls out. So then I'm just going to slide the heat shrink to about the center, and then I'm going to heat shrink the whole thing down. That looks a lot better than the black tape job, doesn't it? I had to go and find a lighter. Apparently we don't have lighters around here. Got a nice pink one. The answer to your question is yes, I'm going to trim this. I don't need all that. I'm not going to use all that. But I wanted to show you. Battery's going to go right about there. Somewhere right there. But I want to leave enough length on these wires that I can pull the battery out and disconnect the wires then. That's tight right there. So we're going to do about that much. That's more than enough. Have a nice split here. And this is where I'm going to wire in these. This trolling motor quick connect is in this area here. So it's out of the rain. It just plugs into itself. Nice tight fit. Should be out of the rain or splashing water. Now, I don't like these, so I'm going to cut them off and redo them because they're not heat shrink. Same thing with these. They're getting redone because they're not heat shrink. Just broke my camera stand. My phone's okay. Took a spill. You guys were sitting right... Oh, sorry about the close-up. You guys were sitting right here. Took a spill. camera stand broke, but the phone's okay. But what I've got going on here at the moment is I need to I put these on here. That's the handle. I need to have these on this side so I can still fold the handle up. I almost tightened them down like that. That would have sucked. Not really, I just would have redone it, but glad I noticed. Stop it. Man, it's hard to do one-handed. Just snug. Don't need it super tight. That's all you need. Now we have a trolling motor hookup. I'm gonna get it installed since I don't have any way to set you guys up now. And then I'll get this. I'll show you guys the finished product. So you know what really sucks? That's where that battery has to stay. It's too tall. I measured it, and it fits underneath here. It doesn't fit underneath my door stoppers, which sucks. I guess I could slide it back. That's about as far as it'll slide back because it hits the bench. So that's about where that battery's gonna live. I still have this whole side for life jackets and things, and I do have some space here, but that's what it's gonna look like until I find a better option. Who knows, maybe I can put it in the back of the boat, but I really wanted to keep some weight up here. That's funny, but hey, the trolling motor works. Let's see if I can get this in a position where I can run it. There we go. Oh, gotta turn it on. But it did work. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. And this trolling motor is old, man. I don't know if you can tell, but it stayed on 1 its entire life. And then some on 2, maybe on 3 a little bit. Never used 4, never used 5. And it was never on off. Off is just really nice, but this is the button. So you rock, I don't know if you don't know, you rock your foot back and forth, and there is an indicator up here, which my grandpa has painted white, which makes it easier to see. Whichever way this arrow is pointing is the direction of your head. And then you hit the button, and this is like a gear selector. This is different speeds. And you hit the button, and it makes the trolling motor go. It's real simple. But yeah, you just kind of rock your foot to the side, click the button. My grandpa had this little rubber piece glued on there, and I don't know what he was fishing in, or maybe he was diabetic, so he couldn't really feel his feet that well. But I cannot use that because I don't know, maybe my foot naturally leans, but when I would push it forward, I'd hit the button, and I want to be able to rock my foot to the side easily, slightly, and touch the button. So I took that off. I'm going to clean this crap off. But that's about it. I think we're on to the cleaning stage and like buttoning up things and tying up wires, electrical tape maybe. I don't really want to do that. I wish I would have bought some loom. But yeah, I think we're on to the final cleaning stage and kind of figuring out how everything's going to be, and that's it. I think we're done. Alright everyone, I said I'd give you the totals at the end for everything and how much this boat cost. So, for someone to recreate this project, and you don't have a single thing, you have nothing to start with, I calculated the price to be $981.49. So $1,000 to recreate this. That's a used trolling motor, used engine, used boat. Those are the biggest costs of the entire thing. What I personally spent on the boat was $355.66. That is a $625 difference. Just by having a boat, a trolling motor, and an engine. It's insane. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a price difference. Oh, my glasses are fogging up. It's humid out here. It's been raining. I can't believe that. I went on Marketplace. I found a 6-horse Johnson that ran for $300. I found a Minicoto trolling motor with a foot pedal for $150, and I found I found a boat for $150. The Minicoto I actually found for $100. And then I added, I looked up the price of about 2 boxes of screws, different sizes, and I looked up the price of a sheet of plywood, and I believe that's all I didn't have to buy for the boat. I think everything else I had to buy. That's crazy to me. It's $1,000, $600 difference. I didn't think it was going to be that much, honestly. But yeah, if you want to know what it's going to be to recreate what I've done here, $1,000. $1,000 get you a boat, motor, trolling motor, decking, seat mounts, a seat, flooring, padding for a bench, a fuel tank, a battery, and all the hardware. It's $1,000. If you already have a boat, a trolling motor, and an engine, you can spend $300 to $400 on doing what I did. But if you guys have a John boat, you can do this with it. If you have a John boat with a trolling motor, with seat mounts, a motor, you can do this for $400 and have an amazing fishing vessel. Now, if you wanted to get technical with it, you can add $200 on either side, either total, because that's what it costs for a Garmin Striker 4 clear view, which is what I want, which I'm going to get. I haven't bought it, and I'm not going to buy it this season because we're already over halfway through the fishing season. Why would I buy it to use it for 2 months, and then the boat's going to sit under a tarp in the yard for 6? It doesn't make much sense to me. I'll buy it next year when I'm actually going to use the crap out of it. It's done. I can't believe it. It's done. I'm so happy, so excited. Man, and I'm glad I got to share everything with you guys. I'm really glad I decided to film this whole process because it's just so cool, and I think I did a really good job. Like, there's a lot of budget boat builders out there that have access to more budget if they need it. That's not me. I'm a 22-year-old homeowner. I don't have a big budget. Like, this is just what it is. Like, I'm so excited. I can't believe it. It's done. And it looks so good. There's gonna be a water test video coming next week. Because it's raining currently. Well, actually, it's got a break in the rain, but it's still, the river's ripping. That's not the point. It's done. It runs. The petroleum motor works. We got a battery hooked up. We got our wiring done. It's ready to hit the water. It's registered. Like, I just can't believe it. And thank you again to all of you. Anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you again and again and again and again. I keep messing up the outro. We're just gonna end it. See you guys in the next one.